Time to talk about Ironheart. This is more Tara. Please be sure to subscribe. Ironheart was getting a lot of hate. A lot of hate. But I'm here to represent. Now, if you haven't watched Black Panther 2, you should watch it to know it's an introduction to Riri. I can say she is the main character on this show. Watch it, you understand her a little bit more. I'm also gonna do this review, and I'm not going to compare it to comic books in the show because I'm a comic book girl and a lot of people don't read comic books. So I'm going to keep it in a way that people can understand. Now let's talk about it. We learning about Riri. She's in MIT. She lost her best friend and her stepfather, but also she is trying to complete a Tony Stark suit with her own AI version. Now, since she's doing that, she doesn't have the money to fund the research and the parts and everything. So her, with her smart behind, she starts selling completed assignments to students all across the nation. And I got her kicked out of MIT. So since she got kicked out of MIT, she goes back home to Chicago. She is from Chicago. This girl done been to Wakanda. Like I said, you gotta watch Black Panther 2. But she goes back home to Chicago, and it's a little hard for her, because she lost her best friend and she lost her stepfather. Like, when you got a friend, that one friend, it hurts. But since she goes back home, she's not stopping what she has to do. She really wants to finish this too. But then she runs into somebody named John, who is Manny Montana. If you watch Good Girls, then you know who I'm talking about. Great Lord. But that's not the point here. That's not the point. So she meets him and he's offering, like, I can help you with whatever you gotta do. You need money, I can help you. And she takes him up on the offer, but she was not expecting to damn near die in the elevator. Basically, that was her interview, to get inside of this crew, but she didn't know she was gonna get inside of a crew. She thought she was just meeting John by herself. The elevator is smoky. The elevator's not moving. She has to get out of this booby trap. Like I said, I'm describing this in a way so people can understand because I read comics. But anyway, she can't get herself out of it, but she gets herself out of it. And when she did, she don't just meet John. She meet a whole group of people. And the fact that she met a whole group of people and they almost killed her, but good thing my girl is smart. She don't want no parts of it because, like, this is psycho. Y'all are psychopaths. And then the leader of the group, Parker, who is hood, yes, sorry, but he's trying to convince her to stay. She don't want no parts of it because what they did was psycho, and it really was. But he convinced her with money because that's really what she needs. She needs money. She takes him up on the deal. But speaking of Headmaster Parker slash Hood, he got some weird tattoo scales sensation going on his back. And he has a secret vault with a hood inside of it. I'm not gonna spoil it just yet because I already knew before they already revealed it. But it's a weird, and it's like, all right, this is creepy, this is dark, this is demon. But as she goes back home, she took him up on a deal. She goes back home and she's trying to fix her robot. And she turned all the power off because, being an engineer, tech, and all of that, when you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, the electricity cuts off. So, she had to wait 4 hours. And as she's waiting for this to come back on, she falls asleep. When she wake up, she see her best friend Natalie. Oh my Lord! And then we're gonna get into episode 2. Now, episode 2, it's a great show, by the way. It's a phenomenal show by episode 2. That's why I thought. Now, I'm just a girl. I don't understand this tech mechanic engineering stuff. So, as she wakes up and she sees her best friend Natalie, who is actually an AI hologramic thing, I don't know. What I must say is, a lot of people would like to see their best friend or any loved one that just dies. So for Riri to create that off of a sleep diagnosed whatever, that is art. Put her back in MIT for doing something like that. Cause girl, your best friend is dead and your best friend is staring you in your face. She's just an AI holographic person. But it was beautiful. Now, since she realized that her best friend is standing in her face but just as AI, she's freaking out, y'all. She is freaking out. But Natalie isn't just a regular AI. She's an AI with all of her friendship, love, emotions still there. So she really just want to protect her and everything else. Now, we getting ready to meet Parker's crew because this girl is late. We meet Parker, who's the leader. Come to find out, John is his cousin. He's everything of the crew. And then we meet the siblings, who is Roz and Jerry. They're the fighters. Then we meet Clown. Clown is funny. She's some type of special, but she's funny. Stuart was another person, a part of the group, but that's who Riri took from. And then we meet Slugs. Yes, drag queen. If you don't know who that is, yes, drag queen. Yes, you made it on the show. I'm sorry, but I love that person. Oh my god! But we meet the crew. Sorry, we meet the crew, and this is everybody because they're getting ready for their very first job. Now, what I must say is, I would have asked the same question that Riri asked, like, when we getting paid, or this only like by the clock, it's by when we done, do we get it under the table, like how do we get paid? I don't like that Riri left Natalie home. Like you just left her. She's not a regular AI. She gonna find her way out. And boy, did she find her way out, because she found her way out. She's sitting in front of Riri mama face. I said, oh, well, this is a shocker. I need the reaction videos because these be funny. Now, we getting to meet Joe. Who is Joe? Because mind you, for this job, she needs the Tony Stark suit, but it's not finished. She needs like a heart transplant thing. You know, I'm not a mechanic engineer. I don't know. But she needs something else for the suit. She meets Joe. Joe comes off the black market. Shout out to Natalie for that. Now, he's just some middle-aged Caucasian man minding his business, telling some lady, stop letting your dog poop on my lawn. And he gets bumped into Riri and I'm getting blackmailed by the girl as well. Now, he has the thing that she needs, but he said he don't keep it at home. This man got a bunker in the middle of nowhere with all types of mechanical stuff and weapons and everything, and he don't even use it. He don't even know what it is. So that's how you know he really making his money, because he got these parts and he's just selling it. Listen, I ain't mad at you, but you gotta know what you're selling, sweetie. You gotta know. But he's able to help Riri with her assignment to complete the suit. Now it's time to get into the job. Now we get into the job. The job, first off, they trying to go against something called tunnel. It's like an underground driving thing. And I think that's pretty cool, actually, that you can like drive your car underground, but you're not really driving your car. I just think, I don't know, these techie people, y'all is creative. I see why y'all make so much money. Let me get back into it. I'm sorry. Now, I must say, Natalie got to stop popping up on Riri, because Riri lost the flash drive. She needed the flash drive that Slugs gave her. Slugs is the hacker. I didn't mention that. I'm sorry. Drag queen, yes, but Slugs is the hacker, and he gets everything done for everybody so the mission can go completed. She lost the flash drive, but good thing Natalie did pop up because Natalie helped her. Now, Parker is doing his part. This is when we see Parker more. Parker, he just appeared, and the owner of this tunnel person, whoever this owner is that they're trying to rob, he just pops about the blue. Like, he got the hood on. Remember I said pay attention to that hood. So since he got the hood on, he basically made the lady, you about to sign all my peoples, put them on your payroll, 6 figures, everything. Now they pay, and he disappeared again. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now, they completed the job. The job is completed. Natalie freezes when a cop appears. Mind you, she and Riri's stepfather died by a drive-by. So she has PTSD. Even though she's dead, yes, but she's AI, but she got feelings and stuff. She has PTSD over that. So she just froze. She wasn't able to help Riri right then and right there. Parker slash Hood did. He saved Riri. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here for real? Because he just appeared out of nowhere. But don't nobody know about Parker yet besides John. And Riri and Natalie have a conversation. And Natalie basically tell her, listen, I don't trust him. And now we're going to go into episode 3. Episode 3, the club is pumping. Now they home. They having fun with the money that they just got and everything. But Clown picked or broke the code to the vault that Parker slash Hood have inside the home that keeps the hood inside of it. It's just an empty vault with a hood inside of it. He keeps it in there. Now, she's saying that it feel hot and it feel dark and everything. You know, Riri being Riri. She want to come and help somebody. She come in and help her, and then boom, boom, boom. Here come John. He come head slam. Head slam. Clown into the table. What are you doing? Such and such. He's protecting Parker, because like I said, they're cousins. John is the only person that knows Parker slash Hood, whatever's going on with him. Like I said, I don't want to reveal it too much, but you gonna see in the show. I want you to see it before I just really, because I'm a comic book girl. But he is the only person who knows what's going on. Ready to damn near kill Clown, but it's okay. It's so funny because he's the hothead. I noticed that. Like John is the hothead, Parker slash Hood. He's the calm one, but he's the demonic one at the same time. No, he's actually the most scariest person inside of that house. But that goes on. He'll tell everybody go have fun, enjoy themselves. But Riri want to have a conversation with Parker slash Hood, and she don't know if it's going on. She don't like doing this, but she like the money though. Listen, you can't complain and still take the money at the same time because you could just go all the way out. But Hood slash Parker, he really does like Riri. He think Riri is the answer to all of their problems. But when they was having a conversation, the lights were flickering. I was like, he's interesting. He got to be like the most interesting person on the show. Yes, Riri and Natalie are interesting, but bypass them two. Hood slash Parker, he's the most interesting one on the show. I'm like, why the lights flickering? Oh my god! But that happens, and Riri's home. She's enjoying herself with somebody named Zay. I ain't really understanding their storyline too much, but the door. It's a knock at the door. It's Joe. Joe, what is you doing here? What is you doing here? Listen. Y'all can't be popping up the black people house like that. All right, don't be doing that. Oh, sweaty and all that shit. But he come back and he's at her door. He found it on Google the same way how she found him, and he blackmailed Riri. Like, listen, if you don't help me with what I need help with, I'm gonna tell your mother what you're doing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, he got a point because Riri did tell him to start standing up for himself, and he started standing up for himself. So he got these blueprints, and he wants to. I don't even know what he wants to do. He just has so many blueprints. He just want to do something with the stuff he has. You might as well, spend thousands of dollars on it. But then another surprise come at the door. It's the police this time. It's the police, and they showed up thinking Riri is a suspect because Sean is dead. Sean is the person that was a part of the crew, but Riri took his job. What you mean he dead? So that happened, and I'm thinking the same thing anybody else could be thinking. It had to be John and them to do it. It had to be because there's no way he just dead out the blue. He seems so quirky. He's a tech person. Oh no, let me not say that. You know what? I'll take the tech person line back. But that is just surprising. And when Riri does go to John's house, all right, y'all not some of y'all not really Marvel people. But Iron Man, you know who Iron Man is. Iron Man had a lot of business partners, mentors, enemies, friends, and stuff like that. I'll just say that. Now, John is not who John really is. And I knew he wasn't that from go. He just seems suspicious, but he's not a bad person. John is the son of Obadiah. If you don't know who Obadiah is, Obadiah is somebody that had ties with Tony Stark, to put it like that. You should go back and watch Iron Man, but it's not really like an important thing to go back and watch Iron Man for. But John is actually Ezekiel, to get into that. But enough about John, because John just doing stuff and he needs Riri because he's cutting himself up and everything. Not suicidally, but he's cutting himself up trying to make all these experiments and projects, and he don't know what he's doing. Now we got to get into job 2 because this is what hit the fan. Job 2 go completely left. Completely left with no rights. Because I'm gonna start with Parker slash Hood first. When he was having a conversation with the man, they heist their jobs. They don't really be robbing people, but they basically bully the rich people to put them on their payroll. So really their money is coming legally instead of illegally. But he already has said to Hood slash Parker, like, do what you got to do. Like he stood there with confidence because he knew something was gonna go wrong because this never happened to him before, and I'm pretty sure other people this has happened to. They have conversations amongst the other rich corporate company people as well. Like, yo, it's this little crew, such and such and such. So he was very confident. It goes wrong because Riri has some type of device taped to her arm. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a little laser, and she's trying to cut something off, fire something off of what's his name? I'm sorry, off of Hood slash Parker's Hood because she wants to investigate. She wants to investigate the Hood, all because Sean is dead. She heard about the scales on his back because of Clown, and Clown had on a jacket. So she wants to investigate a little bit. Her want to investigate at a time like this. We're in the middle of a job. She triggers the alarm. See, Riri, don't make me not like you. She triggers the alarm, and everybody's trapped. Everybody's trapped. Everybody was in certain rooms besides John and supposed to be Riri because Riri wasn't in her suit. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody stuck. Everybody trapped. We see Hood / Parker get into action. I loved every bit of it. Oh my God. I loved every bit of it. And then we see John in action. We see John in action trying to kill Riri. I ain't gonna lie, that was a little bit of excitement too, only because like I love Manny Montana and I love Riri, but at the same time, it was just like, oh my God, he really gonna kill her? And I don't blame him because he wasn't hearing from Parker / Hood. So my cousin / my brother, I'm not hearing from him, and I already don't trust you. Oh, we about to get it on and popping up here. I agree with him, but then again, I love Riri. I love Riri. So instead of Riri dying, dun dun dun, John ended up suffocating and getting trapped in one of the rooms. Parker just lost his other half, and it's breaking him because he started hallucinating and seeing all that demonized stuff and everything. But the final thing before I end this review, Riri just might get caught because that little device I was talking about with the little laser that she had taped to her arm or whatever, she dropped it when her and John was fighting. Now you know, matter of fact, I ain't even worried about the police coming at her. Parker / Hood gonna come for her. And this is More Tara, and I watch almost everything.